This is the person's house, so we can knock.
Hi!
Hey, I'm Rae.
I'm Emily. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Thanks for having me.
That's the real deal. It's always the real deal here on Painting Everybody. Sometimes there's a deal that's not quite as real. But not this time.
If you don't fake it, then you're cool.
Alright, we are recording. But I'm gonna cut in at some point when we just start talking.
Alrighty. I'm hopeful, but
Are like, wait, hold on, I got it.
yeah, I feel like
Oh, this is a nice setup. This actually looks kind of nice. Alright.
that's gonna be it.
Does it feel right?
Your ears are just like, these are for giant ears.
Okay.
I mean, I cut them to be for giant ears specifically.
Does that hurt?
No, it's fine.
It's difficult.
Any luck? No, I feel like it's not in the cards for us.
I think you just gotta hang them and then like hope they stay.
Okay, I just gotta practice being very centered.
Yeah.
Or do a mindfulness exercise. Is this even catching on my earring or something?
Mindfulness. Mindful. Be mindful of strangers. Be mindful of meditation.
Oh, wait, one more time.
Alrighty. That felt right.
Yeah.
That's the best it's gonna get. Do they look okay?
Shit.
Oh shit.
Do they?
That doesn't boost my confidence.
I mean, they're not. It depends on your idea of what okay is.
And they're not working.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about.
Well, they've got some glue.
I glued them to the side of my face. by the
Okay,
way.
yeah.
Okay,
You gotta
so they were,
glue
you have to,
You have to
bring
glue
your
them.
own glue. Fuck.
Well, the elf has been
So much for that.
shelved, if you will. Is that right? Shelved the elf?
Been shelved.
Good. Really working on that one.
Workshop it.
Christmas bits for next year.
No shame in that.
No?
No shame in that. Okay. I know nothing about you. Do you want to start? I kind of
Yeah.
want to start with the skeleton.
Where do we come from? Where do we come from?
Where do we come from?
Yeah, I think, what are we made of?
Adams.
Uh-huh.
Nice. Just grit. I'm made of grit.
Grit. Tough stuff, mostly.
Yeah, grit.
It's cool. Yeah, tough stuff's
Fury.
pretty good.
Devotion.
Mm-hmm. I've picked up on those qualities in the, what is it, 12, 13 years we've known each other.
Yeah, we go back, don't we?
What? I mean,
From work?
No, we don't. Why are you lying?
I was saying how long we could ride that out.
I'm sorry.
If we turn it into a
immediately-
joke.
I'm not very good at lying.
That's okay. I think that's a good quality.
I've known you
And
maybe 12 weeks.
This show is actually, says that that's not allowed on the show in its title song.
No lying.
If you don't fake it, then we're cool.
Is there a title song?
Do you sing
You
it?
know there is. Yeah, I do.
I figured.
Let it rip.
I'll choose to take that as a compliment.
It was cool. It might have like, I don't know. It was super cool. I was like, is this David Bowie?
There you go. Okay, now it's feeling a little bit like flattery.
I keep listening till I hear flattery. Are you flattering me?
Which is also fine on Painting Everybody. That's the closing sequence. That's the closing credits music.
He slid in his
But
arm.
really, I guess we met first in Lisa Carter's studio. I think. How many years ago was that? Because that was. I don't remember if I was sharing the studio with her at that time.
Oh, you were sharing the studio with her?
At one point.
Oh.
And then at the next point, I had the studio next door.
Okay.
And then, so we were always neighbors and always connected there.
Oh my god, that's so crazy. So did you run the like model workshop with her too?
No.
Okay.
But that was a smart thing that she did. I feel
So
like.
smart.
Do you know anyone else from that time who's still modeling?
Yeah. I've met so many people like throughout the years, that's where they started.
Cool.
So yeah, I mean I definitely wanted to get into it for a while and that was just like the perfect launching point. So, and I've met so many people, and that feels like such a lifetime ago when I did it, and yeah, it was a lot of fun. And she was such a character. So, does she still run, like, the open studios?
She does not have that studio anymore.
No!
Yeah,
That was such a
switched
cool
hands.
studio.
I know. It switched hands one time with this Brian Armstrong is his name. He was my neighbor then for a while, and then now it's switched hands to like a post-production video studio.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what it is now.
Cool.
But the funny story about that, Rae, is that I wanted to paint Emily's portrait for, from drawing her a couple of times during those sessions, and I thought I was getting your number from Lisa Carter all those years ago, and it was a different Emily.
There's like
turns
so
out.
many Emilys that
So,
are models too.
So,
Which one?
so I
Drowning.
texted that Emily, and she said, "Oh, I just moved to New York."
I did. I moved to New York.
So did that Emily.
No way!
Whoa, the plot
I know.
thickens.
I know. This is why I was more sure that it was.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then this wound up being years down the road until just a few years ago when I had that studio. That Emily came into town and said, "Hey, I remember years ago you wanted to paint my portrait." And I was like, "Oh, cool." And I thought it was you. And I set up an appointment. So she came to the portrait sitting, and I was just like, "You are not the same person."
You didn't tell her that.
Nope.
Oh.
I went through with the portrait,
Yeah.
and I did the painting, and I just chalked it up to, oh well,
Yeah.
until I saw that Andrew Conklin, another painter
love
who
him.
paints at the palette and chisel, had done a few paintings of you, and I was like, that is a different person. So he wound up confirming that my story was strange, that wasn't you, and that in fact you were still.
Did he paint
in
the other
Chicago.
Emily too?
No.
The
That
one that
would
you're
be
talking
funny.
about?
No.
Oh, so he had painted me.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Cool.
So that's the story.
That's so funny.
And then I mean that's been quite a while since that happened. Even that's been maybe a couple of years even still. But now I'm trying to get as many people in Chicago on the show as I can, and I'm like, all right, that's a fun story.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Full circle. You paint everybody.
And eventually,
That'd be sick.
that's the goal.
You want to hear them all out and you want to paint them.
Well, I want them to tell their own stories unadulterated in such a way that somebody else isn't telling their story for them. I don't like the idea of your story being misrepresented by another party. And that's what this show is giving people an opportunity to do. So I really love that. And I feel that a lot of artists in the world kind of have that kind of experience of the world. Whether it's through gallerists, art dealers, interior decorators, anybody out there who acts as the intermediary between our painting and the sale. And that's all of these opportunities for the original product to kind of get cut with other things like baby laxative or whatever. And I think I'm trying to compare it to a drug dealing.
Yeah, I hear you.
Right.
I get it.
But I
Metaphor.
think that's like that would be my mission with this show, is to have everybody be able to do that. And, you know, I selfishly do it myself with the show. So we all get to be selfish together.
That's cool.
It's fine.
No power dynamic in this selfishness.
No, this is pure capitalist communism. Pure pretend communism.
Oh yeah.
How did you wind up at Ravenswood Studio, Ray? Do we want to? I'll bleep that. We don't have to say where we work.
Okay. At
Yep.
X.
Mm-hmm. That's at 7:53.
Well, a long time ago, I realized that I ain't cut for it in a lot of ways, and I need to work with my hands.
Yeah.
I need to, and I need it to be physically taxing, because or else I need to run to fall asleep. I've got something that itch that can't be scratched or something. So
I know what you
physical
mean.
labor is really good for me.
Mhm.
And I was thinking about all the crafts and all the trades, and metal, literally playing with fire.
So
Just
cool.
seems so fucking cool.
Yeah.
And then there's this free trade school here in Chicago called Chicago Women in Trades. You don't have to bleep that. They're so sick.
Yeah, that's something we want to support.
It's free courses that get you certified in a trade.
What?
Yes, 12-week
Wow.
courses. So I got certified in welding through this incredible program. And sort of prepared for what it'd be like to be not a man in this industry.
Yeah.
People would be talking about their experiences and what to know.
Whoa.
And I worked at one metal shop that I won't specify, but it was really fucked up. It was very toxic culture there, and I got really discouraged. I thought the trades weren't meant for people like me, and I'd always be up against all this shit.
Mhm.
But yeah, so I sort of just started being a barista and giving up on all that. But I really, really like it. It's my special interest. I really, really enjoy doing it. I like it for the sake of it, for the process of it, not even the end result.
Mhm.
So yeah, my welding teacher actually worked at where we work now, Adam.
cool.
And she recommended me to it, and I just kind of hopped right in. And yeah, now this is actually my last week there.
As a
I'm moving
barista?
on. No, as a metal worker.
As a metal worker.
Yeah,
Oh, wait. I thought you liked it.
I do.
That's
I
gonna
did.
be sad.
So why
Um,
are you leaving?
There's also
Oh,
some issues.
Same place that you're at. You were just okay. You were
Yeah.
just talking about that place that you did.
No, different. I moved to a different place, and it had its own set of.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's always a little pushback that gets a little exhausting.
Because you're a female.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And it just didn't feel sustainable for me.
Yeah.
It's just that life, a 7 to 4 is a hard hours for me. Just a lot of things about it just felt unsustainable. My quality of life was just depleted. I was fucking tired. I was
Yeah.
biking. I don't have a car. I was bike. It was just, it
You're
felt
working in this weather
too much
too?
suffering. Yeah.
Oh shit.
Too much suffering. He gave me rides
Oh.
home sometimes.
Oh yeah. You
That was
were
fun. I
mentioning
treasured
Purple.
those rides. I will miss them forever.
Yeah, me too. They
I
were
think,
so fun.
Yeah, it is actually really nice. It's not often that you have a coworker who you truly get along with and want to see succeed, and not just spiral downward into depths of depression.
Yeah.
No,
So
but I
where
really
next?
do. I really do actually want to see you succeed. I have a lot of respect for you. You're a great person. I love the way that you approached me in the first interactions we had. It's so cool.
I
Yeah,
love
truly,
stories.
right
It's
away.
a rare treat.
Yeah, truly. I feel the same to you.
How did you guys meet?
At work.
I mean, but what happened?
I think you were washing your hands, and so was I.
Yeah, yes.
At the same
Aw.
sink across from
Yeah.
each other.
I couldn't tell you what the interaction was or what it was about.
Yeah,
but there was a
blacked out.
level of authenticity. Yeah, you tend to do that with
We
traumatic
started
events.
talking about true love right away.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. We talked about true love.
I think it could have been actually. It was actually that.
That first conversation, we were like, I'm
That
in
is
love.
correct.
Me too.
Yes, that is correct.
We talked about true love, yeah.
That is really what we talked about first.
I think so.
Yep, and that was the moment where it was. It's the real deal. This is a real human being right here.
Yeah, fucking real one.
Yeah.
You know when you stand in front of a real one?
Pretty
You know that
rare.
feeling?
Rare, really rare
It is
treat.
rare. People don't know themselves enough to be real to a external audience. Me too. I'm just talking about myself too.
Same.
Good.
Like I can relate to that.
Yeah.
I feel like I want to know more about myself so I can understand like my environment and people better, and it's taken forever. It's gonna take a lifetime.
You're a worthy cause, though. You know?
Right. What is it
That's beautiful.
that people say that the more you know, or the more you learn, the less you know? That's a cool phrase, right? Is that cool?
The one thing I know is that I know nothing.
Yeah.
I'm reminded about that every day. Like I know nothing. I'm just like trying to figure what I do know, what can I can use.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
But
With what did you say?
But I can like use,
What you can
like
use.
with what I know. Like what's worth it, what's like relevant, what's not.
Yeah.
Admirable.
Well, what do you think? What's worth it?
What's worth it?
Can I genuinely eat these snacks? Not just-
Absolutely. Yes. Those are meant for snacking on. I like to have soft snacks, and specifically red grapes and cashews
And a little bit of
and chocolate.
So
Do
good.
you like green
the
grapes?
chocolate's great. It's a ginger dark chocolate.
Ooh.
You spoil us.
I know. Them's the rules. Them's the rules. I don't make them. I just follow them. But I think that's been a feature of the episodes all the while. I just like, for some reason, those snacks specifically myself. So I'm like, I'm going to want something that I want to keep around in the house to snack on. And that, like, who hates cashews and grapes? Like, a monster, only a monster.
Hopefully you don't have anybody with a nut allergy.
Do you
I mean,
ever
hopefully
No,
they
I
know.
don't. I love
Hopefully they would know.
I live with
but-
somebody who has a nut allergy, and I'm like, oh, I have to cut back on my peanut butter.
I love
Oh.
peanut. My brother was extremely allergic to peanut butter.
Really?
Nightmare.
Peanut butter is still like a treat to me because I could never have it.
Oh wow, yeah.
Because he was so he was like the kind where the air, it would get to him in the air.
Whoa,
His lungs would swell up.
holy
Jesus.
shit!
It was so intense.
Oh my god.
I think he grew out of it a little.
Well, that's good news.
Damn, I just
because
met somebody
that's-
who's allergic to the cold.
that's fine.
Cold.
To the cold.
What
she
happens?
she swells up. It's anaphylaxis.
Whoa.
Like it's really bad.
Oh, does
and
she
she's a
live
runner.
here?
Yeah.
What
She lives in Chicago.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I'm like, out of all the allergies I have, I'm like, how long?
What
are you
is the
gonna
name
stick
of that?
around?
Is that Raynaud's? Or is that just
no,
a
I know what that
circulatory
is.
thing?
That's like circulation. Yeah, that's
I
circulation.
know a couple people with that in Illinois, too.
She told me and I forgot. I forgot what it was, but
That's intense.
yeah, she went to like an allergist, and the way that they diagnosed it is he put an ice cube next to her skin, and she like broke out in hives and like
Whoa.
blisters and stuff, and I was like, oh my god.
Whoa.
So that's a
Wow.
thing. But no, I love cashews. They're really good.
Yeah, big fan personally. And the grapes,
I'll have you
big
like-
fan. Very hydrating.
A juicy snack.
Very snacky.
Mm-hmm.
But
Finger food.
well, they're also not allowed to eat because there's nothing I can stand less than a loud eater. And I don't want crunching on the show for in the microphone and stuff like that.
You don't want a little
So I
bit
don't
of-
have like
you don't want a little bit
of Like
Tostitos
ASMR?
or Doritos
Do some
or
ASMR
whatever.
on it.
Yeah, we could go that route. Maybe one day that'll be a special
It just
episode.
happened.
That's what does that stand
Yeah.
for again?
No idea, actually. Sound and music and repetition.
Wait, ASMR. Ask some mama. Right? No, that's not it.
Right?
Am I right? Go ahead.
That's
That was good.
Thank you.
that's how it works. That's how you get the YouTube views.
Hashtag.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. No, truly.
I think you're onto something here.
That was raw.
Don't sue me when I steal that idea.
Sue him.
Oh my god. I'll just want like it on making noises.
Yeah, I mean that's fine. I don't think anyone really listens to the things that anyone says on the show anyhow, and it's very wise of them to not.
To not.
That's right.
Wisdom. Close your ears.
Suspended. So the Harry Potter robe is nice. That's working with the sleeveless look as well. It's a really nice dichotomy here that we got
I
going
like
on.
it. Yeah, I really
You
wish
think
those
that-
worked. What kind of glue did you use?
I used glue that I
I'll
shouldn't
do this.
use. I used glue that I shouldn't use. It's pink in color and it's automotive strength.
Right onto your skin.
It's
Automotive.
spray glue.
Right onto your skin.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It was what I had and I was in short time.
You could do.
I'm glad it
Hear
worked
no
out
evil and
for
see
It
no
worked out
good.
fine.
you. Yeah, true.
Yeah, nothing bad happened except that I looked like a fool. But, you know, that's not bad in my worldview.
So, like removing it from your skin, how was that? Did you?
I think it was there for a couple of days. But it didn't really matter to me. It was like nobody would notice that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we noticed that.
There was the pink little bit on.
He's always covered in paint at work, so no, probably no one knows.
No way. Yeah, I wear specific paint clothes because I don't want to go to a job as this person necessarily. We've talked about this.
Mm-hmm.
Going to work
Clark Kent.
and being Clark Kent versus being Superman. Are they paying you to be Superman? Or are they
Probably
paying you
not.
to be Clark Kent?
Mm.
If they're
They
paying you
want
to be
a song.
Superman, you should be Superman. If they're paying you to be Clark Kent, don't be
Don't
Superman.
put in the extra. Yeah,
It's like,
So true. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah.
they don't even
I've
want to
never
see you
even thought of
fly.
it like that.
it's like, I mean, nobody
Did
wants
you?
to see it because it only makes them shine less.
Yep.
And it's like that sounds arrogant to the wrong person or the wrong listener. Yeah, to the wrong ears, but it's a risk I'm willing to take.
Yeah, I would stand beside you in that risk taking.
Yeah. So that's that's a topic we've talked about at work. So I have specific like a work outfit.
It's a white shirt, black pants, black shoes.
See.
With
Every
paint
day.
on it.
Yeah, every day. He looks
Yeah.
like anyone.
It's true.
Do you have glasses too?
And you work hard. You work hard.
Glasses too, even.
You stay focused all day. You stay focused all day and mindful. I see it.
It's true. It's true. I'm a hard worker.
Me too.
I work for the man,
Oh
and the
yeah.
man works for me.
I put in the hours.
All right, that's enough of this. Talk about this. So your plan, Ray, is to leave Chicago. Is this correct?
Yeah, I'm moving to Pittsburgh.
Yeah,
Steel
Whoa.
City.
it's crazy.
Okay.
Great place to be a metal worker. I'm in love with someone who lives there.
It's so cool.
It's cheaper. Fucking backyard. 2-car garage.
Hmm.
Cheap, easier, chiller, in the mountains.
In the mountains.
Whoa.
Or right near a mall. Yeah.
Appalachian.
Well, that's
Yeah, exactly.
closer
Oh,
than
Exactly. And the
Wow,
3
nice.
rivers combining and all these old bridges.
Ah.
Oh, that sounds magical and
Yeah.
haunted.
You deserve that.
Yeah, exactly. It's very cursed. It's very cursed, but it's very cool.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited. Yeah, it's the end of the month. I can't. It's weird to process. And I don't know how to say goodbye to everyone.
Whoa.
I
It's
haven't
like
even...
January
It's
15th.
best not to.
Yeah.
So when? Like next
And
week?
yeah.
Whoa.
This is my last week at work, then I have 1 week to pack. I might be like one night I might be like at a bar and tell everyone to come through if they want. And that's it. They can come through if they want. But I don't want to. It's hard to say goodbye to everyone. Everyone means so much to me on so many different
Yeah.
levels. It's
Seems
really
like
hard.
Seems like you have some close relationships.
Yeah, so many people have like come into my life in like big and small ways, but sometimes the small ways are the big ways that people impact you. Like,
Yep.
I got so many people that I feel connected to that I don't see often, and now I have to tell them I'm leaving for good. And It's
Sure.
like, but it's cool and beautiful, and I'm excited.
It's
So
incredible to live that way. It's like having a bunch of little satellites out there with like the heart stickers you put on them.
Oh.
It's like that's like they're always there. You can always go back, and if you can't, then fuck them.
Yep. Whoa,
Mhm.
true. Damn.
Soundbite machine over here. You're working hard here for that. For that smash like button. No, but really, I mean, I've traveled a fair deal, and I think that the relationships that I've got in different cities and in different places, they're still there, and I still hear from people, and it's like we're related still.
Mm-hmm.
Like the closeness that it's there still. It might be 5 years that goes by between seeing somebody, and it doesn't make a difference.
It doesn't.
If it does, then again, that just isn't. It wasn't a meaningful enough relationship. It had to be like superficial on some level, or maybe it was just a pleasure-seeking friendship, which is also valid and fine.
But when you're mutually impacted by each other,
Yeah.
just nothing goes away ever. Yeah, and I find that I'm kind of bad at maintaining close friendships, like a lot of them, in my day-to-day life. Like, I have my inner world to tend to, and my job, and, like, my 3 closest people or whatever, and I have a hard time, like, I do a lot better with friends that are okay if we're checking in every once in a while, and it's, like, all the love's still there, but it's hard to, like, maintain.
Mm-hmm.
I have a hard time maintaining a bunch of... It just feels... Yeah. I can't even text people back. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Do you get that? Like, you get a text and you're like, you love that person, you'd love to respond, you appreciate their message, you do nothing about it.
Well, like, I always have the hopes that, I mean, I'll get around to it if I'm like, you know what I mean? But yeah, I put people off, like, I don't know, like, hopefully not too long.
Tell me. Days, weeks, months,
I mean,
years.
It depends.
Decades.
It totally depends on the commitment level.
Okay, alright.
So it's like, oh, we gotta plan this thing, or like, we gotta go do this thing, or it's like, oh, hey, how's it going? Kind of saying, I don't know. It just totally depends. What about you? Years?
No,
Or-
probably not years unless it's something I'm really avoiding. Like,
Yeah.
someone's like coming back from day one saying some shit to me. Like, sometimes when people apologize to me, it takes me forever to respond.
Those are the people I respond like that. I'm like, whatever.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know. Actually, that happened to me not too long ago.
You got an apology out of
And I was
nowhere?
in 2 minutes. I was like, whatever.
You were
'cause
good with them again.
Not that we're good, but I'm just like, this person has apologized a lot for the same thing, and I'm like, before I probably wouldn't have like been as like, you know, but now I'm like, okay, I'm learning to move on with my life faster, I guess. So
Ooh,
I'm like
I
on a better like term with myself. When people wrong me at this point, like I feel like I take less offense. I'm just like whatever.
That's,
Yeah,
But-
that's more about you than about me. Like,
Yeah,
that kind of
exactly-
thing. That's
exactly.
cool. That's cool. That's cool.
But I don't know. Are you just like? I mean, it sounds like you like to work with your hands. So like,
yeah,
texting physically somebody back, like,
horrible. I'm very
Yeah.
an in-person person.
yeah,
Or like a calling person.
yeah.
But you have to catch me when I'm not having tunnel vision about something else.
Well, yeah, you're probably working on something physically with your hands.
With a hood on and a respirator on and like 5
Yeah.
gloves on and like, yeah, I can't. I'm not going to be good at phones.
Yeah,
But I care.
yeah. It's all about the telepathic communication.
I broke the 4th wall. Yeah, no, literally. I do be sending love out to everyone I can remember. I'm like, but I don't do it.
Yeah, no,
I should start that. Maybe letters or drawings. I would like that.
Yeah.
Do that.
letters sound nice. I almost asked for a friend's address today
Oh.
Nice.
in Ireland,
Oh.
and I wanted to send fake hate mail because we have really good humor together.
Oh, nice when you have good humor
Yeah.
with another.
Or well, at least I think we do.
I bet it's humorous.
I think so. Yeah, she's a great painter. Her name's Molly Judd.
Cool.
Very, very, very good. But I think that does it. The episode is done. It's over. That was 2 hours.
Alright.
I'm lying again. I
Good
keep
knowing
breaking
you.
that rule.
You said this is communism, but you're making the rules and breaking the rules.
That's right. Just like real communism.
Shit.
Do I sound like I have an opinion there? I'm not sure that I have an educated one.
On what?
On communism, the real deal.
That's really cool of you to admit on webcam.
That I don't have a real opinion or understanding
Most, yeah.
of what it might entail. Well, not enough to hate it or love it. I know that I've heard a lot of arguments for and against it.
Likewise.
And at this stage, I'm just sort of thinking, prove it.
The proof's in the pudding.
Yeah.
I need to see the pudding. Yeah.
So, how do we like the new bareness of this scenery? The old one was incredibly overgrown.
Mm-hmm. It was very festive, though.
I liked it so much.
I actually am. Well, I don't know. I mean, I visually remember a little bit, but I'm really liking what I see
I just
now.
kept adding dead flowers and live flowers and greenery to it.
Oh, nice.
And death and life has always been a theme on this show because everyone needs to remember that they're going to die. And that I want them to know that and to remember that. And I say that often.
Reminder.
I say it often on the show because if you forget that, then you will likely stop doing the things you love the most, and you will likely be drawn into some kind of like toilet bowl situation.
Vortex.
Yeah, that's the one.
Toilet bowl. That's so true.
I think that it is very important to remember that. So that's why Scully's here as well. And Scully's full of ideas.
I agree with you.
Do you paint Scully, too?
Of course.
Of course.
When you realize how badly you want to live, it like hurts sometimes. And then it's like, what do I do at this time?
What do you do?
Especially when, like, death is the closest, I feel like.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's, like, when you want to live.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
I find that too.
Fuck.
That's like there are songs written about that.
Yeah. Probably, yeah.
There has to be a song about
Some
that.
bangers.
Yeah.
At least one.
Live like you're dying.
Mhm.
It's
Like
kind of what you're
the
saying.
Live for Today song. That's a good one, right? What is that?
Today's
Who's
the
that?
greatest.
The Animals.
A Day in the Life. Anybody hear that one?
Say more.
Day in the Life.
By the Beatles.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my
Ready?
god. Okay, the first time I listened to that, I was like, holy shit. It scared me so much. I don't know what it was about it.
Wait,
Death
what
And then
do you
I had
mean?
a friend
I don't
who
know
was
that I
like,
know this song.
A Day
by
in the
name.
Life?
Isn't it about someone getting hit by a car?
No.
Oh, shit.
It's like very instrumental. Well, it's very like da 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 da, and then it goes like
Oh,
like it's really, and then it like augments and it's like whoa. But then after listening to the song for the first time and being like, oh my god, this is like so much, I'm like, this is life. Holy shit. That was like the one song that I was like, this is what life is about.
Wow. I wish we
Because
could
it's like you
listen to
find the rhythm and then you find
we
like
could
the
listen to it, but not
really
on YouTube.
just intensity to like just
breaks
chaos.
the rhythm. Yeah, pain
Yeah.
breaks the rhythm.
God, I wish we could play it.
Yeah,
There's
saying
a,
that.
there's a kalimba right there. We've got some hand drums if we want to try it.
Wait, which one? Which one? Which
What do
one?
you think?
I'm really good at just making noises, so it's like I don't
Yeah.
know. Or okay.
The kalimba.
Like I was thinking, like, do we want to play like the
Yeah.
rhythm or the melody?
Go ahead, whatever comes to you.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Oh, wait,
that
this
was
is so
beautiful.
cool.
It's not like a unicorn.
Yeah, that's
It's
the
just a unicorn.
kalimba. That's
You're a
the
natural
magical-
angel at it.
Magical beast on the show.
That's pleasant.
Isn't it good? It's very Mr. Rogers, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, this is beautiful, actually. Thinking about that song just kind of like gave me a jolt too of like, ugh. So this is very like,
It's
this
calming.
is the remedy.
Soothing.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. 5 senses grounding.
Yeah, musicians tend to like that instrument. They pick it up and they always ask if they can sample it. Like if they want to borrow it and sample it because it has a pickup in it.
Cool.
But
Coveted.
Only one person has.
It's coveted.
There's no octaves.
It is.
It's just all very
It is the
dissonant.
coveted kalimba.
And I can see why. It's really soothing for me too, just watching them. Are we
think my
co-regulating?
favorite-
Are we strangers that are co-regulating?
Can you explain what co-regulating is?
Yeah, I don't know. I could kind of assume, but
It's like putting your hand on someone's heart and feeling their heartbeat and
Yeah.
using that to calm your own heartbeat. Like
Oh,
holding
cool.
an animal close to you, like your dog or like a human, doing something that's like you're both getting your nervous system down into your window of tolerance.
And
And you can use each other, and and you can also use yourself to regulate.
nice.
And it's important to do both, I think.
Dare I say noise?
You dare. All right, I'm going in.
Yeah.
I'm just curious.
Yeah.
So,
Uh,
are these pre-written questions?
You don't have to answer the one you pick. So you can look through them. You can do whatever you want. You can play totally to randomness and answer whatever you pick. That deck does not have any rules. Contrary to popular belief.
Well, I feel like these are dry in a way.
Well, I mean, what isn't?
It's supposed to open the.
I love this.
It's
Wait, you pick one.
do you see? It's like that's a good instrument. I think I have some very good memories
Yeah,
around
I
a
didn't
campfire
like it.
with that instrument. With a group of men at a bachelor party.
That sounds like a good
That was
time.
camping in what was it? It was we were camping in something Eddie's, Fast Eddie's or something Eddie's, and it was it's in Wisconsin. It's not like it's like crazy far or something, but there was some kind of rapids that we could raft on and stuff, and it was a fun bachelor thingy.
That sounds fun as hell.
This is so deep. Oh my god.
Yeah,
Okay. Wait, where do you find these?
yeah, those are all deep. So this deck came from the Museum of Contemporary Art,
Oh, okay.
and it serves its purpose occasionally. Other times it just makes people uncomfortable. So far, it hasn't really made people uncomfortable.
Speak for yourself.
Okay, I'm gonna pick like the top 3. Okay, I like this one. Name 3 things you are grateful for and why.
What is it?
I can think of a lot. I'm trying to narrow it down.
Yeah, it's a loaded question.
God, guns,
Steel,
government.
germs.
Your immune system.
Yeah, my
Those are good
body
things. Mhm.
being relative, my health, my wellness.
Mm-hmm.
How far I've come. The journey, the adventure of it all, the way it awaits you. I'm grateful that there's always something out there. You know, feels good.
Do you believe that?
I do actually, yeah.
That there's always something out there?
Yeah,
Okay.
always feels like
I
it.
disagree.
Something, just something.
It's impossible to disagree with that statement.
I fucking
Just
disagree.
try exactly.
All right, counter my point.
There's
You
nothing
got
out
okay.
there.
You have to,
Dissonance.
you have to answer it too.
I'm grateful for. Good question. I'm grateful for art.
Hell yeah.
I'm grateful for. Now I'm freezing up
Mm-hmm.
because this is scary.
Valerie, don't worry.
Exactly.
It seems so
Oh no,
finite.
Grateful
I've given
for
you a
this.
fidget spinner, haven't I?
I'm grateful for my senses.
Ooh, yeah. Good answer.
Yeah, I'm grateful for shoes.
Hell yeah.
Did you say shoes?
Yeah, shoes make such a difference. And you know what? I'm gonna add a 4th one. I'm grateful, for, like, technology like spoons and forks. I think that makes like a huge difference in my life. And bowls.
Are you a mermaid?
Ooh.
You're answering a little bit like Ariel from Little Mermaid. These are all objects I think
Are
she was
you
collecting.
outing
You can't expose me like this.
Gadgets, gizmos.
Whatnots and
I'm grateful for who's it's and what's it's.
Oh man, I'm grateful for cashews.
Yeah.
What about you?
Yeah, what about you?
I'm grateful that I have the opportunity to do this show. I'm grateful that I have no direct access to heavy weaponry. I'm grateful.
Do you want the access? Are you keeping yourself?
I don't know.
Hold me back.
Maybe some part of it. I'm grateful that. Oh wait, no, that sounds like a gun control statement. I didn't mean it that way.
Take it
I
back.
was being sarcastic.
I heard you in your rawest form.
Good.
Yeah, same.
So I think I'm also grateful for my sense of danger that I can trust my gut
You have eyes on the
more
back of your
often
head?
than I do. Even if I don't, my gut tends to be pretty good predictor.
That's cool. That's cultivating a relationship with your intuition.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
I don't necessarily always listen to it. Yeah, the brain.
When
the brain
you don't
wins
listen to your
often.
intuition, what is the thing that sways you?
Most consequence is losing myself or getting off of my track, off of my path.
Yeah,
That's
but
the largest and the most common consequence is getting onto someone else's path and track and derailing myself.
Mm-hmm.
If
So
I
people
don't
are the
listen to
biggest
my-
like influencers
that-
of you
I
derailing.
would say so.
And it's crazy. Once like you are on a track, like everything will get in the way of, or like almost
Mhm.
tempt you,
Yes.
or like find a way to
Mhm.
like intercept.
Yep.
It's a hero's
well, I
journey
can
every
agree
day.
with that in my
Mhm.
experience. Yeah,
Every day's a hero's journey.
it is. That's Joe C. said that. All right, that's
I
Joe
don't know.
C's book, not the one from Kid Rock, his band, but Joseph Campbell. The Power of Myth, The Hero's
Oh,
Journey.
cool.
He wrote a book called The Hero's Journey.
I had learned about the hero's journey of reading like the Iliad and stuff.
Okay.
And had it applied to that, but I don't
Okay.
know who made that a theory.
He's just an anthropologist who died sometime in either the late 80s or early 90s. I can't remember.
Okay.
And I didn't really stumble on him until I was like in my 20s, so that was like
I'll look it up.
Joseph Campbell.
I've heard of.
Don't look up Joe C. You'll wind up with Kid Rock. But look up Joseph Campbell. Yeah,
Wait, that's his
he did
real
an
name?
he did an
Kid Rock
interview
is Joseph-
series
Joseph
that was
C.
really good.
Is that what he's saying?
What's that?
Kid Rock's real name is
Is
Joseph C.
that's right?
Oh really?
No, it's not. It's the little person who was in his band.
Oh okay.
Do you remember?
I can't remember.
Okay, well, he was front and center often, but
He'd be the one you can't forget. Front and center off.
I think no, Joseph Campbell's great. He did an interview series with Bill Moyers for PBS, I want to say it was, and it was called The Power of Myth, and it was either 4 or 6 parts, I forget which, but it talked about like the masks of eternity, and he just sort of recounted all these
What is
different. He recounted myths from different cultures and kind of related them to each other, and just kind of like did the old wise man anthropology thing where he related this stuff to life, and it's just like this grandfather that you never had, and it's a great series to watch. And
Cool.
he's he's just like an incredible storyteller and it's very, very good anthropologist. And Bill Moyers was a great interviewer because he seemed so stupid often. Like he made a stupid, like, befuddled face too often.
Like, what's a
but it
befuddled
works
face?
because that's what an interviewer should do. Is they should act dumb. Yes, that exactly. That's it.
This?
Yeah. Yes. So he would say things like, "This little Indian," Like in the story, because he would tell the story about the little Indian or whatever that could, or I don't know if that's a mixing up some.
That's the little engine.
books,
The little engine that could.
Yeah, mixing up some titles, maybe. I'm working on it memory.
Give us a song. Thank you.
Play him out. Play him off stage.
Play us a sweet melody and take us away. Give me the Beat Boys and free my soul.
I actually don't.
No, it's going well.
Yeah, all in all.
I'll work on my storytelling and my citations.
So it's like a show, though, The Hero's Journey? Or is it a book?
Well, it was a series of interviews, like a documentary. Well, not quite.
That's cool.
It is a book, and this series was really, really special. If anybody watching wants to watch it, then I commend you on your bravery in taking a suggestion from a YouTube video that you're only half watching.
Well said.
All right, let's get back to serious stuff. How often? I don't have a real question there. So, I will say that Emily, you are a musician. You were a musician. You were in a band. Did I see a picture before of you playing an instrument?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Yeah. I played bass and I played drums for 2 different bands.
Cool.
Sick.
One was Breather, and he had really, really groovy songs. Like, I
Breather?
really had a good time. Breather?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think he may have he started a new band. And then the other band that I was in, I was playing bass in Burr Oak, and that was really fun. But, I mean, I really just learned on piano from when I was a kid.
Mm-hmm.
And then a lot of my friends are, like, musicians, so it would just be me, like, filling in when other people weren't there to play their instruments, basically, for a long time. So it was fun. I still have dreams
Yeah.
of writing my own music, finding the time to. And yeah, I really enjoyed it.
Is that getting easier or more difficult?
Writing music.
Finding the time?
Finding the time, oh my god. You think it would be getting easier. I think I'm, like, I love this. This is, like, what inspires me. Like, you really just, like, gotta go, like, and just make it happen. So,
Turn off the TV.
yeah. For real. But, yeah.
Do you like playing drums or bass more?
I felt like I could have fun with people on both instruments, but I don't know. I was like, drums was always fun, but I had like a hard time like doing more than just like 1 or 2 beats. So it's like, for me, it was so fun. Like, I had such a good time. Like, I could hold a beat,
That's
but like
sick.
for everybody else, I'm like,
No, that's sick.
they're like, when are you gonna switch it up? And I'm like, no, never.
A steady beat. I love it. I love that.
So
I think that's really
I feel
cool.
like I like drums a lot because of that. Like,
That's
and
really
just
cool.
like, I feel like you just get everything out.
I was about to say that has to be cathartic. I've always envied drum players.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that must be
Yeah.
so nice.
Yeah.
And like, I bet you get like caught in a loop too in that good
Yeah.
way. That sounds nice.
Yeah.
That sounds really nice. That's cool.
Yeah. I also like bass a lot.
There are drums here.
There
Yeah.
are?
Yeah, I keep like handing you things and I'm like, perform. We don't need to go down that road.
You have a full drum kit?
No, they're hand drums, but they make lovely
hand
sound.
drums.
That's pretty cool.
Timbrello or something like that.
That little one on the ground?
There are 2 of them.
I'll bring it over to you. Do you want it?
Do you want to play?
You can check it out if you'd like.
I'll give it a roll.
Nobody's obligated to do anything. Except not leave.
You can cannot leave
I'm out.
until.
So I'll see you later.
Ooh. That's cool.
Yeah, I like those quite a bit, but they haven't seen much use. I really do. I do really want to work towards incorporating some kind of musical elements in this show in the future, or in the present. You know, it's up to you.
How do you use it?
But I think, that the more I can do that in the future, the more I'm gonna enjoy the show.
Yeah?
Yeah, I love music.
I feel like that stifles it.
Yeah. I don't know.
Oh yeah, I held it by the wangler. Yeah, and then I ding it.
It still doesn't sound quite like...
I hit with my fingertips usually. It's going well.
I'm trying something new. It's a vulnerable time. I hate when people shit on the learning curve. When people are on a learning curve and they're like, oh, you can't even skate yet.
Yeah, you should see me.
Oh, I don't know what I'm doing. I should be more like you. I go to the beat of my own drum.
You do it.
Oh, you don't need to hold it that close to the thing.
Sorry.
It's the red is spiking on my audio.
I'm sorry.
Golf clap.
This is total madness, chaos. It's so funny.
How did it get like this? You're the one who kept saying the hand drums.
This is a good idea.
This is how the show goes. Things tend to descend into chaos, and I hope not madness yet, but I'm open to it.
Depravity?
I haven't gone there yet either. That's not true. That's a lie.
All you do is lie.
You could wear these on your ears if you wanted
There you
to.
go. I'm gonna hold them both up for you.
You could play like this. Okay, so if you put them on both sides of my ears.
Both on your ears. They're not gonna. Are they gonna fit on your ears? I'm not gonna take the weight off. Is that good for you? We're in a nice sound cake.
It works
I'm gonna
surprisingly
return.
well.
Are you
Yeah,
down for a
go.
return? I'm returning.
Hey, thanks for all the laughs.
Where did you get something like that?
I got those at a yard sale in Skokie.
Oh,
Sounds about right.
So they were from an old man. I had the decision to make where I had found this beautiful bronze statue of this god who was playing a flute, and I couldn't tell you the name of the god, but he had a flute, and it was like very cool looking. So I was like,
a Cocapelli?
sure.
Is he a flute playing god?
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Okay.
Nice knowledge.
I could be wrong, but it might.
Don't
I
doubt
would
yourself.
accept it.
I believe you.
I believe it. You
very
said that
cool.
with confidence, so I believe it. That's all it takes.
Yeah. I'm a simple guy. You tell me the answers.
That's it. It's that simple.
Do you mind
But,
if I use the bathroom actually really fast? I'm gonna use the bathroom. I'll be
I
right back.
honestly have
But
to go too.
I had that choice
Do you want
to
to go first?
make.
You go.
Okay.
You go.
I'll be fast.
Take your time. Dynamic shifted.
Should I wait for the return
Probably,
before
right?
the story is concluded?
I think so.
Okay.
Do
What
you
can we
think
talk
so?
about until then? What do we even have to talk about? We're barely even people.
I'm not even.
Yeah.
I'm so not even. Shit.
I think I'm so glad that you came here today.
Dude, thank you for having me.
Mhm.
Cool to be a part of.
Yep.
Truly.
Friday, we're gonna go and have a nice time, right?
Yeah.
Are
Yeah.
you
My
still
last
down
day.
for that?
I'm so fucking down. We should go to. Have you heard of Carrie's?
I don't know what that is.
It's a cool bar nearby on Devon.
Okay.
But it has a lot of masks on the walls, like cool
Nearby
like
that event?
Polynesian. Nearby.
That event that I sent you?
Oh
Or
shit.
that's what I'm referring to.
Oh cool. I was just thinking about going to a bar and then I guess I'll
Sure.
go. Where's that event?
I'll do both.
For like work people if they want to say bye to me because I don't want to be
I'll do
awkward.
it. I'll do it with or without you. I'm going. It's called Trust.
Oh yeah. I remember the flyer.
Mm-hmm.
All right, my turn. Combo switch. It wasn't the same without you.
I'm glad that we're doing this right now. This is should I say exactly the same things that I just said to Rae when you were out of the room?
Yeah.
So, what did you do in New York? Why were you there?
I took a job
Uh-huh.
and I worked that job for as long as I could work that job and considered staying in New York, finding a different job, but instead I decided to buy a car with the money that I've made and move across the country and grow weed in Oregon instead.
That's pretty fun.
Yeah, it was interesting because I love New York and I want to go back for sure. Because it was.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of that city.
Yeah. I worked way more than I was able to like do stuff, but
That seems like a common story.
yeah. So, have you lived there?
I haven't lived there, but I visited enough times to know that I love it.
Mm-hmm.
Not in like a t-shirt way, but in like the actual.
Do you have a mug?
I don't have a mug, no. But I write it, in ways,
Mm-hmm.
in metaphors.
Mm-hmm.
I think I was going there for a while every year around my birthday in March for the Armory Fair,
Oh.
the art fair that happens, and that was pretty cool. But I stopped doing that, I guess. I was considering it again this year, and I think I may go to San Francisco this year instead, though.
Mm.
We'll see. Rae, New York, what's your relationship with it?
Every time I'm there, I get manic. New York
Yeah.
City.
True. Oh my
New York
god,
City?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot for me. I think it's a lot, like, stimulus-wise. I'm very sensitive to visual and auditory, like, stimulus.
Yeah.
So it just kind of gets me high frequency in a way that, honestly, it takes about 3 days to spiral a little for me. That's my take on New York City, the Big Apple.
Yeah.
But, like, enthralling and enthralling and expensive and enthralling,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, it's fun to try to be on a budget when you're there. And like, you're like, I'm eating pizza and bagels for every meal.
Mm-hmm.
I love the pagodas there though.
Yeah.
I've eaten so many egg sandwiches and been like,
Yeah.
this is where it's at. Like it's so
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. Yeah. Honestly.
Pizza by the slice, come on.
That's
Hard
it.
to
Yeah.
find. Hard to find.
It's good stuff. Yeah, so I don't think I'll go this year.
Are you thinking about big moving or just...
No, in a past me held that as a dream.
New York
that
City?
I wanted to go to New York and live there. So, current me is kind of like, I wouldn't do it unless I could still do the things I love. And current me probably couldn't afford to do the things I love there.
That's a good reality acceptance, a reality check and acceptance of the
Yeah,
facts.
so it's unfortunate, but I wouldn't want to go there and live in poverty. And that's not a fun way to move to a new city. I've done that enough. I did that with San Francisco. I did that with Los Angeles. It was like, okay, that's not romantic anymore.
It's just
I
fucking
understand
brutal.
how much of a crushing feeling that is when you're in a place where you don't know that many people and you don't have money either. You're just sort of like, what is this? Like, help me.
It's brutal. It's brutal.
Yeah, you're just like, you're a victim to circumstance at that point.
And everything feels like
Totally.
a grind.
Yeah.
And everyone else looks like they have it better somehow. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, victim to circumstance, I don't know if I mean that, if that's the right phrase, but I think that what I mean is, I found myself being more of an opportunist than I would like to have to be. And I would like to be the driving force behind my vehicle more than I would like to be a passenger in my own life. And just saying yes to things that present themselves to you it's not enough. I think that you do need to pursue specific things that you really want or believe in.
That's agency. Like, agency is the ability to choose, which means getting yourself in a situation where you have options.
Yeah.
Which in our world means financially, like...
Sure, yeah.
I don't know, it's the ability to make choices for yourself. And you can keep yourself like a victim if you don't see the ways that you can make your own choices.
Yeah.
Learned helplessness.
Learned helplessness.
Victimhood. It's easy to fall there.
I like the way your hand is right now. Which would be a strange thing to hear if
At
you weren't
work?
doing what I'm doing. Yeah, I actually just took this, did a training on sexual harassment and discrimination in the workplace today. So,
at work?
So when I say that, I'm talking about into painting.
But at work you had to?
Yes. It's an annual thing. Everyone has to do it, I think. It's through the app.
Oh yeah, I did that actually.
Yeah. But I thought it was a funny moment to tell a sexual harassment joke.
But,
like the way your hand is there.
In my mullet.
It would
my
be
soft mullet.
It would be one of those situations where they ask, would this be okay? Would this be harassment if?
Are you
Yes.
uncomfortable?
So and so?
Yeah.
Well, that's enough about that, probably.
More. Keep talking. The harp gets louder.
We're doing a fine job.
Dissociated.
We're really doing a fine job.
Yeah, we're all right.
Who's close with their family?
It's a loaded question.
Is it?
Is it? I don't know.
For me, it is for sure. Is it
I
for
would
you?
say I am. It's work though. It's a lot of work.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's good. It's good that I'm assuming you're doing this work that you speak of, or is this just...
Like, there's a time and place to do the work, and I'm getting better at knowing when is a good time versus when it's not a good time.
Like when to try for something versus settle
Sure.
for...
Versus, like, you're just wasting your time because it's not mutual.
Yeah,
You know?
it has to be growth, mutual growth.
Yeah.
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 Nobody changes unless they're ready, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Or unless you hold them down.
And you could tell something to somebody, like, a billion times, and
They
they're
won't
just like...
hear you.
No, they won't. Just because, like, they hear the tone of your voice, and they're just going to hear that versus, like, what you're actually saying. And, yeah.
That's true.
I hate feeling
I relate with
unheard.
that.
I hate that feeling.
I know.
It makes me so mad.
Feeling what's that
Feeling
word?
unheard, like, is one of my
Yeah.
number one, like...
Neglect is not a fan of that.
Yeah, neglect, dislike, unsubscribe.
Believe it or not, yeah. Not a
Abandonment?
Fan, not a fan of neglect.
Abandonment?
Yep.
Yeah. Abandonment. Oh my god, yeah. So true.
Yep.
So true. But are you close with yours?
Me?
Yeah,
I keep myself distant on purpose because I'm the youngest. And there's a dynamic that was formed early on that I think is probably very common for the youngest in families, where there's like a non-compete clause that's being signed that you never signed. So you don't necessarily get the attention might be too stupid of a way to put it. You don't get a lot of the things that you might want to get that you see your siblings getting, because there's simply not enough bandwidth in the family dynamic to provide you with that. So it's like you become unheard unless you fight to be heard. And I think that seems fairly common. So I think some of the people who I've met who are the youngest in families tend to be more performers because that's sort of what it required, or they were required to be in order to get the attention or the love or the support that they needed. They need to stand out in such a way. And if you do it through being vocal or loud, that might work in some families. In mine, it was through doing art. So, long answer that kind of went into a tirade.
Are
cool.
other members of your family artists?
That is my reason that I'm not incredibly close with my family.
The dynamic.
And I don't feel guilty about it. And I think it's naturally occurring.
Yeah. Whoa, I'm the naturally occurring scapegoat of my family. There's the golden child scapegoat setup that can kind of naturally occur in a situation. I've always been the scapegoat, the dark horse, like that one. So I also get my distance in that way, and they're gonna blame me for everything anyway. So it doesn't really matter what I do now with myself and so I've drastically deviated in even obvious ways from the way I was raised because it's always gonna be put on me. Anything. I'm already the scapegoat, so there's nowhere to go. So I'm not close to my family. No.
Sure.
I'm not. I'm just like a easy little explanation for anything wrong. So it feels like.
Yeah, I mean.
Which I think again is kind of.
Everybody's different with their family, but everyone's also kind of the same. Nobody has an easy family, I don't think, and if they do, I find it hard to believe.
Same with like an easy relationship. Even the most in love people, they still have like conflict.
Yeah. The stronger the personalities, the more conflict there is. That's good. It feels like there's like some classical music on in the neighbor's apartment or something.
It's so nice. Or like a wind chime gently blowing on the
That's what I was
veranda.
Yeah.
I love wind chimes.
Me too. So nice.
Yeah, I feel like you take a more of like, I'm gonna be who I am, regardless. Like I'm just gonna like, because like they already have like that predisposed like mentality that's never gonna be broken.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of.
May as well.
Whereas just like I feel like I'm trying to make up for it, and I'm like. I just keep trying to tell myself, like, this is nothing I'm ever going to fix. But for some reason, subconsciously, I keep trying to fix it. So that's why I kind of find myself in, like, this loophole. Especially with my relationship with my family. Because I'm like, yeah, I know, like, I'm trying to fix what they're predisposed. Like...
It's a difficult task.
And I'm just like, ugh.
Is that possible?
I don't know. But...
Is that like a deprogramming center for cult members?
Right.
Where they like kidnap and have to reprogram them, like waterboard them and stuff.
Yeah. Cults are so interesting.
I think that's what it takes to change people.
Families are cults.
Otherwise, people need to change themselves, and the odds are pretty low you're going to be able to kidnap and waterboard someone in your family.
And do it good enough without like errors, you know. You know, you'd have to do that right. You can't fucking, you know, like...
You can't go soft.
Yeah, at any
All of a sudden
point, no
like,
softness.
Yeah, you can't just be like,
you can't hesitate.
Hey, I'm sorry. Nope.
You can't show a glimmer.
Well, I loved that little bit of family talk. That was some real stuff. And I think we are due for a break. We're about an hour in.
One time there was a shark in Lake Michigan. Did you know that? Because bull sharks can go in freshwater and saltwater. Protect yourself.
Bull shark. That's important. That's an important piece. It's quality. You can't fake that, you know?
This is what I like to think of as authenticity. You found the second one.
Mm-hmm.
There it is.
I can't wear this for the whole show, but it does feel really good.
Oh, you know it does, and it's got a zip and everything. It's legit. It's the real deal.
Yeah, how do you feel like just having conversation with me?
Please, can I see?
If you can talk in
How do I feel?
Yeah, how do you feel?
I feel like
conversation with me.
I just feel like we're gonna win. This is where the objects that tell the most about us, or perhaps the least about us, come into play.
Interesting. I was already drawn to this because I already have one just like this, the silver like.
It's a nice little mirror, yeah.
So I thought that was pretty cool. So I'm gonna choose
Quite
this.
nice.
Unchosen. I hope the answer's obvious.
Nothing's obvious.
It should be if I have like intuition. I just have to go with this.
The antler.
Yeah, the antler.
And I think it's a wise choice. You may find there's another antler hidden under your seat, much like an episode of Oprah, where everybody gets an antler and it's under their seat.
There's no antler.
There's an antler here.
Do you see?
Yeah, wow.
I know.
Wow.
Accidental antler moment. Look at that.
Whoa.
Double antler. It's the real deal. Double antler. That's 2 antlers.
Alright, but
Are they
I'm
from the
having mine
same
up
deer?
here.
They must be. How could they not be? And there we are.
How's that?
Look at that.
Oh, that's great.
It's quite perfect. Where did you grow up?
I grew up in Georgia.
Georgia.
Yeah, Athens, Georgia.
That's cool.
Music town, B-52s. Football town, UGA.
Really?
B-52s. Anything from the Elephant Six Collective, Neutral Milk Hotel, like that kind of... Nana Grisol, that kind of
Athens,
stuff.
Georgia.
Mm-hmm. REM.
Where is that in relation to, like,
Atlanta?
No, what's the one that has the SCAD University?
That's Savannah.
Savannah.
Savannah's south, about 3 hours.
Okay.
I hope I'm not wrong. It's a car ride.
Do you like that school or people who go to that school?
SCAD?
Yeah.
I certainly like some people who have been to SCAD. I feel like a lot of them left very disillusioned, and most of them dropped out.
Funny. What is it about the school? I mean, I guess most art schools are probably going to have that same story. A lot of the people who I went to art school with here at the American Academy of Art dropped out. And so did I.
Ha!
Art school dropout.
Ha! I think after a certain level of critical thinking, art school doesn't seem to serve certain people.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know what qualities that is, or there's just some disillusionment that seems to happen. I can't speak to that. I didn't go to art school, but...
Yeah. I think it's like a trade school in some ways, in my opinion, that it depends on what you're actually studying. How useful art school is actually going to be for you. So if you're studying like fine art painting like this, I don't know how fine this is. It's fine?
Fine.
Or is it good enough? Good enough painting?
It's noise.
Fine enough. It's fine.
Noise.
But truly fine, I guess, art. Then the degree might not do that much for you in the world if you don't have the things like gift of the gab or whatever the hell it is, or like the inflated sense of ego and self-worth and lack of care for the rest of society.
Oh.
Then it's the right path for you. But I think that usually it seems like art school, in its most useful form, is benefiting people who study things like graphic design and things that are, things that are going to make them employable, things that really give them a set of skills that are useful in other industries than just sort of like the gallery world. And the culture around art and the marketplace.
The marketplace.
I think that mostly art schools are probably benefiting, people who choose to study graphic design or like 3D animation and things like that. It's it's like the trades, like craftspeople are benefiting more than people who go there to sort of find themselves I don't know what I'm talking about.
I hear you.
I'm somewhere in between a real thing or like somewhere between useful information and useless information right now at this point.
I'm following.
It's a nice place. It's a nice place to hover, I think. Somewhere between useless and useful. It's like, so I dropped out because I thought, what difference is it going to make to me? I went to a highly illustrative school. I thought I was going to be a comic book illustrator. That was my dream sort of growing up. And then I found oil painting in that school, and I was like, oh, I'm switching my major to painting. And then it just sort of stopped making any kind of sense for me to be going there, because I thought, this won't really benefit me outside of specific institutions.
Yeah.
And youthful arrogance led me to dropping out.
Would you change that now?
I would have liked to have that degree, but I do recognize that it's not really doing anything for me in my current way of life. My way of life would look different had I acquired it. Maybe people who go to art school and acquire a master's degree in painting are like, okay, then you can go to MFA exhibitions and group shows, and people will sort of like take that as like the gold standard of like, this person knows what they're talking about. But yeah, BFA is sort of like, I mean, how useful is that in the world?
How useful is any bachelor's degree anymore?
Mm-hmm.
Honestly.
I feel like if you want to teach, you need it.
Yeah, that's a big deal. That's a part of it.
Yeah.
You're right.
You need those credentials.
Yep.
To be like, I know what I'm talking about.
Teaching specifically. Yeah. That is true. But I'm not a teacher, I'm a painter.
Mm-hmm.
It's great.
Well, they know, you know what they say about people who teach. They can't do what they... Just kidding.
I know, you hear that, and it's such a mean thing to say,
It
too.
is.
We're so mean.
'Cause I respect my teachers. Like, I respect all of my teachers.
Yeah.
But there's some that I'm just like, this is why you teach.
Yeah. Well, there's like a certain personality type and a certain temperament that comes with like highly academic sort of styles, and it lends itself really well to teaching, because you're speaking a language that most laymen don't understand, and the only people who understand it are people who are passionate about it and who are studying it, and those what might be art collectors who are willing to pay a lot of money, or they're students, and that sort of relegates you to a certain lifestyle, maybe, where you're able to practice the methods of painting that you like the most. Like, say I like painting from life, and nobody's buying my paintings that I paint from life. So what do I do in order to secure that ability to paint from life every day? I teach. And it's like it allows you to live and do the thing that you love.
Yeah.
So it's not like it's a bad path.
No, definitely not.
It's just just a different path.
Mm-hmm.
There's this kind of thing in the art world, I think, where egocentrism is going to be the primary thing you find in art galleries, and it's really largely going to be about people who are interested in showing what they can do, instead of showing the world what is meaningful in life or helpful in such a way that other people can apply it to things outside of art.
A lens.
Yeah, Thanks, I was drowning.
Yeah, I hate to see a friend drown.
Yeah, thanks.
I threw you a buoy.
Yeah, I'll take it. I'll take all the buoys I can get. Yeah, I mean, defining your philosophy in art is one thing. Practicing a method or a style is, it's like a safety net.
Mm.
Sometimes it's nice to just throw out statements, whether you believe them or not.
Gotta test them against
Yeah,
the waters.
Yeah.
The winds of time.
Stick to the wall, or... I saw a drawing that you did on a piece of wood, right?
Yeah.
Is this a common thing for you?
Drawing?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love drawing. I draw a lot. I draw all the time. Always have.
Okay.
Always have. It's
What
like,
drew you to drawing?
it's like ever since I was little, like it feels therapeutic. Like it feels like it always feels like something on my chest to get out unless I do sit down and just draw. And it's not like what I draw is profound or very symbolic or anything. It just, the act of drawing really calms me down. Mm-hmm. And I notice I work through themes in my drawings without really intending to. And I'm more interested in the process of drawing and making things than I am the end result at this point. Mm-hmm. I just enjoy it.
What do you like to draw?
Like phoenixes, knives, skulls, flames, things dripping, roses, stuff like that. I get obsessed with one thing and draw it a bunch, and I study how other people draw. Like, for example, a rose, like a classic rose, how other people draw it, and I try it different ways. And then I get the one that feels really good, and I do it over and over. And yeah, just in a simple way, like nothing.
Sort of tattoo-y.
Yeah, exactly. I like tattoo imagery a lot. Do you do art like that? Like any, I don't know the words for it, visual art. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like to draw too.
Cool.
I find it more challenging than anything. And I feel like it's like something that I have to like, I feel like I have a really hard time like focusing on like what exactly I want to like what the subject matter is. Like I can look at something and then like see 10 different things and then be like, no, it's just like this line and this point in time and how it relates to this point. Wow. And like I'm trying to like see less of the subject and more of just like how lines correlate, points correlate. And I got that from a teacher actually. Like he instilled that. Cool. And I appreciate that. So that's what I'm always trying to like see.
That's really cool.
So, do you usually draw on wood?
Sometimes whatever's available. I was at a job in Pittsburgh and we were just sitting around waiting for stuff all the time, and they have like little wooden shims like to shim up stuff when you're building stuff, and I would just take a Sharpie or whatever I had on me and just be sitting there drawing because cool. I was bored. And then later another crew went to Pittsburgh and saw a shim drawn all over and took it home and were like, "Is this yours?"
Oh, cool.
It was mine.
Do you sign it?
No.
No.
Probably. I think I drew a gargoyle, and I love gargoyles. So
so cool.
I love gargoyles. Gargoyles are the example of anger as defense, and they're like.
Wow.
Their downfall is that they are rooted to where they are, so they'll always be defending. Angry in defense of wherever they're rooted, and I think they're cool. Like if I could build a shrine, I would start with 1,000,000 little gargoyles, and then you could go deeper.
Whoa, that's pretty cool.
I love gargoyles.
Gargoyles.
Yeah, they're sick.
I always think of the Hunchback of Notre Dame. I think of gargoyles.
I always think about people who hover around people who you want to talk to in public that you haven't met yet.
Gargoyle.
And make it impossible to approach them.
Well.
A gargoyle?
Uh-huh.
That's interesting.
That's what I call those.
Gargoyles.
It's a different outlook.
Something standing in the way.
Yeah. Protectors from one point of view.
I see both. I see all of it.
Yeah, they exist.
Gargoyles.
Hmm.
Love seeing them in the wild.
I used to live in a house that was on Pierce.
In the flesh.
Pierce.
In Wicker Park. That was on Pierce and Levitt.
Mm-hmm.
And it was the first Russian Orthodox church in Chicago. And the upstairs was empty, and I had a studio up there.
Whoa.
Like in that empty apartment that was like full of a bunch of trash. And you would look out the windows, and there were gargoyles on the outside of the stone front of the building.
Aww.
So I would that was like my studio, and it was like this point of pride where I was like, this is such a unique, cool place to be, and it just feels so bohemian or something, because you're just surrounded by like trash and things that have been collected for like 20, 30 years by the property owner. So it was like...
Do you miss it?
I miss being able to say that I have that studio.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Because that made me seem really cool. But not anymore. Look at that. Just
You
did
lost
it.
all
Just
your
did
cool
it.
points.
Just used it. Okay. How did you find the palette and chisel?
It was...
You've had a long-standing relationship with that place, haven't you?
Yeah. One of the artists at Lisa Carter's studio asked me to pose for what was supposed to be an introductory session to a open studio.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then Bodo was in that session. I don't know if you know Bodo.
I think so.
He's really interesting. He draws on like steel and stuff, like really big drawings too.
Mm-hmm.
And then I just met a bunch of artists, and I didn't know what I wanted to do with it at the time. I was really just like young and like naive, and like had no idea like how big it was, the world of it all. And honestly, I wanted to get into it because one of my friends was taking a figure drawing class at UIC, and one of the models like would never show up because like that's their reputation is that they don't show up because whatever, or they cancel last minute. And so I just told her like tell her teacher that I was interested, but I'd never done it before. Mm-hmm. So when I met Lisa Carter, and she said she was having the workshop, and like I went to that, it just opened up a door to like this like rabbit hole. So I just met people.
Seems that
and
way.
Circumstances.
The community is like that, I think.
Yeah. So it took a few years to like really like get to know all the artists there, but yeah, it's been an adventure.
Mm-hmm. Close knit, kind of distant, from my experience too. I don't know how to explain that. Maybe the artists go there to do something that's very specific, and they're all there for the same reason. So it seems like a community should be really like forthcoming or something, but maybe I never connected to it necessarily.
Mm-hmm.
I love that it exists.
Mm-hmm.
Such a cool place. It's this mansion in, what is it, Old Town, or what is it called?
Cool.
Like the Gold Coast.
Gold Coast.
Yeah.
You know where like the Newberry Library is?
Yeah.
It's like right across the street from there.
Shit,
or like what they call it, Washington Square. They had a name, what was it? It'll come to me. But anyways, it used to be like a huge like protest spot.
Oh, okay.
But it's got history. It's by like, yeah. It's like an old mansion built like the 1800s, survived like the Chicago fire.
Shit.
There used to be like a mansion. I don't know. I actually used to know the story, but I forgot it.
Sure.
So good.
But yeah, they've renovated like a bunch of the rooms into classrooms.
That's
and like
cool.
it's all about like painting under natural light. And
Very classical traditions.
Yeah. Very.
It's cool that exists.
Yeah, I'd never heard
I
of
wish
it.
there were more
I feel like there's
exposure
no.
or something. Like people should know that exists.
Yeah, I did not. I've been here a while.
Yeah.
5 years, 6 years.
Yeah. Just to like go and. I don't know. The one cool thing about that place is that it's always in motion.
Yeah.
Like there's always something happening. You go walk through the doors and like you don't feel like you're unwelcome.
Oh, cool.
And so it's always been kind of like a second home for me. But like I come in from like a different kind of perspective. Like I just came in as like a model. And, like I didn't know anything about art. So, but a lot of like I was introduced to a lot of art and like just as simple as like I need a piece of paper and a pencil. Like people have provided that for me just so I can sit and like just get my feet wet in it. So
cool.
it's been interesting. And I've a lot of motivated people with intentions.
You still work there?
Yeah.
Cool.
Every so often I still model there. So not as frequently. It used to be like a full-time thing, but I don't do it as much.
What's it like going from like subject to viewer?
It was very like different. Like I felt like because I didn't know, like I had introduced people to modeling who had already been the drawing, like on the
Oh, I see. Okay.
So like they kind of knew like what people were looking for, whereas like I had no idea what people were looking for.
Yeah.
So when I finally got to see it, I was like, oh, they're just looking at shadows. Like, this is why they want to take pictures. Like, I want to take pictures. Because, like, whatever position, like, people would be in, I'd be like, this is incredible. Like, I'm never going to get this vantage point again. And you just, like, want to be able to capture with the time that you have. So I think that was, like, the biggest thing for me. Because I'm like, oh, this makes sense.
Wow.
But...
Yeah, I love that place. I got a scholarship to go there for like a year once, and I didn't use it almost ever because I was a full-time commission painter at that point. So I was in the studio, and I was just like, fuck, I don't have time to go over there. It's so super far. I didn't have a car. I'm like having to carry all my stuff.
Yeah.
I couldn't secure a locker in the place, and I was like, damn it, I gotta bring all my stuff every time. So I have to work really small. I'm used to working large on these commissions, and I'm like, just want to make big paintings. So after that year passed, I was like, I feel it was an embarrassing attendance record for me after having that scholarship. Like, someone else definitely would have used that.
Damn, at least you're admitting it.
So I was like, so I felt a little bit of like
unworthiness.
A little uncomfortable going there just because of that. I'm sure it's just my mentality. I'm sure they'd be okay.
Yeah.
but that's my association with it at this stage. I'm like, oh shit. I was the ingrate.
Nobody holds it against you.
I guarantee they don't. Yeah, but it's funny the way that you perceive things like that.
Through the lens of shame.
Through the lens of shame and guilt.
But like, self-imposed.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah.
No one
That's
ever
totally
expressed that at any moment to me. It was totally
Yeah, when your fear becomes a reality, when your social anxiety becomes a reality because you manifest it.
Yeah.
It's become so real in your head that like everything someone does is a sign that that confirms your bias. Like, paranoia.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah, that'll do it.
That stuff's real. The paranoia.
Real as God.
Go on.
Paranoia is as real as God. And that it's kind of fake too.
Yeah. I think I like God as gratitude.
Ooh.
That's my relationship to God over the past year. Never had one. So I've been sort of over the past year just thinking, maybe this is a thing I can just recognize. I can say thank you a lot.
Wow, cool. I like that.
Because there's certainly a great mystery to life. And I find that my relationship to that mystery is often in coincidence and synchronicity. And through recognizing the beauty of those synchronicities, I kind of have developed a relationship with something that everyone calls God.
Same.
And I think that's a nice placeholder for my human brain.
Same. Me too. Synchronicity, the synchronicity or the connectedness that you can't ignore. Like, yeah, standing near a tree and the feeling you get, like that, like, I don't know, you know what I mean? Like a mother, like a...
Or like bees or something in the
Cool.
beehive.
Yeah.
Just like they all have a purpose and they know what they're doing and they're all kind of like organized in a way.
Whoa.
Like organized chaos.
So God is like the control to the chaos.
I would say it's
Cool.
yeah. I mean, but it might appear as chaos, but like there's
The order.
truly yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Order in the chaos is God
Yeah.
too. That's cool. Order in the chaos.
That's good. Moment of reflection.
Have you guys ever been to Koi Pond
Where's
Where?
that?
in Lincoln Park?
At the
It's like a
garden.
Not that I
reflection.
realized. Where?
It's like in
Park?
it's supposed to be like a meditation kind of like walk around just like lily pads and they say that there's koi fish in there, but I don't know. I think they might be big goldfish. I'm not sure.
Mhm.
But it's nice in the summer.
I should go there. That sounds really nice.
Yeah.
Is that near the Nature Museum?
It's across the street, yeah.
Okay.
It's like, I think it's Fullerton. So the Peggy Nobart Nature Museum is on the north side, and then the Lily Pond like meditation thing is on the south side.
Oh, I see.
But it's like a wooden kind of like entryway, so it's kind of like hidden. But once you see it, like you see it. You're like, oh, that's what that is.
Very interesting. Koi. What do we think about that word? Do
Koi?
we find ourselves being coy in life anywhere?
Hey, do you ever shoot your shot with people you're into?
Not enough.
Neither. I rarely shoot my shot.
I like see it in my head. I'm like, I'm gonna do
It's so
it,
fucking
and then it just
dangerous.
doesn't
The
happen.
the stakes are more. They're so high.
Yeah.
They're so high so often.
And it's more like, I feel like on my part, like this disillusionment where I feel like, oh yeah, I could totally like, no, yeah, like,
That's
and
in
then
the
like
bag.
they're in a
That's in the
completely
bag.
different like headspace, and you're like, just like breaking through that, like I don't know.
That's
It's-
so funny.
but
Yeah, I don't shoot my shot enough. I wait for what comes to me.
true.
Which doesn't mean that great things don't come to me, but I think it'll be cooler if I take more opportunities.
Mhm.
Or like, you know, act on it. Not be afraid of rejection or sensitive to rejection as much, you know?
Mhm.
I'm more. Well, we're coming from totally different worlds here on this topic, I think. I think from my point of view, from my perspective, I'm going to be a dangerous aggressor a lot of the time.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to be, oh, here we fucking go again, if it goes anywhere other than perfect.
Shit, that's high stakes.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know, we found ourselves in a pretty difficult situation in society
That's true.
for people who are trying to embody that,
Shooting your shot, like,
Mhm.
yeah.
unless they're not. And I think there's some statistics I've been hearing a little bit about where most women are dating the top 20% of men, and
What's the top 20%?
Yeah, what's the
top 20%
Yeah.
top 20% of men in this instance that I'm talking about would be something like wealthy men or like super like,
Able-bodied,
model-esque
like, yeah.
men, like
Eurocentric,
like super societally recognized as like that's a fucking keeper, that's a fucking husband, so like that's Like that's a provider.
That's a fucking...
That's a provider right
Like,
there.
Yeah, that's a hunter-gatherer.
Honestly, like that's the way our society works. I'm pretty sure by and large, like I would say that we have anomalous sort of people like ourselves, maybe even like that. I don't even know how I can relate to the bigger picture. So when I approach the world from that point of view, I'm just sort of I'm back in that like non-compete clause. Like there's like this the stakes are noticeably high and the odds are low that it's going to go how I want it to.
Slim chance.
Yeah, slim
Chance, high stakes.
Slim chance.
So you gotta swing.
High risk,
miss.
low reward.
Damn.
So I abstain
From shooting a shot?
from shooting my shot in public. It may not last forever, but it's like it's also a thing I actually need to avoid as a professional, doing the things that I do, because there's some element of being a painter or being an artist too that is like you're something of a public figure and your reputation really stays with you.
Oh yeah, you'll be
It
tarnished
follows you.
over like,
Your bad behavior follows you.
or even just like anyone who participates in cancel culture or doesn't see nuance in any of your actions could be a death sentence for you.
Yeah.
Or at least where
But
you'll be
that's just
stripped
like
of
you
your...
push it beyond the boundaries, you know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Like that's when you just like, you don't take no for an answer. I feel like that's when that really means something, when you can't take a hint.
I hear that. I think yeah, that's a valid point.
Try to do like ask for freaky shit, like.
Have
Foot
I heard
pictures,
stories?
like-
Yeah, the stories
Can I get
I've
a
heard.
foot picture of you? I don't know.
Lord.
If you
Yeah,
ask weird
Right, the things,
prematurely.
the things you
Yeah,
must
like
encounter.
way before there's anything established.
Yeah. I feel like that's when it really matters. Like it has to be very, very, very excessive, extreme.
The
But
things you must encounter, though, like I can only imagine. So it's like a
There's so many... I don't know.
obstacle course, a military obstacle course. Jump through.
As a
Tires.
lesbian, I'm always approaching those situations with the same sort of fear of being predatory
Caution.
or being or
Mhm.
being like anything, especially being a more masculine like lesbian. It's like
Mhm.
the same sort of masculinity is perceived can be perceived poorly, and I'm always wondering. There's always the part of me that doubts if they're into me or if they're straight or if there's like all that guesswork that goes on too that makes shooting your shot kind of hard.
Yeah.
I feel like
What a weird world to live in. It's so very different from just our parents, even the world that they lived in at our age.
Man,
It's
yeah,
very crazy.
big time.
It's crazy how different.
mm-hmm.
They were buying houses. They
Yeah.
fully had 3 kids by now.
Yeah. My mom had 3 kids by the time I was my age.
Dang.
I don't know how she did it. I'm just like, how?
3. 1, 2, 3.
5 is mine.
You're the youngest of 5.
Yeah.
That explains just about everything.
See? Now you get me. That's what I mean.
5 kids.
That's
how
just all I've wanted.
how much
Getcha.
older?
Just if you could just get
You were the
me.
5th. You were the 5th.
I
I
was
get
the
it.
5th, yeah. Yeah, we get it. Stop with that, okay? We've heard from the others now.
How much older is the oldest than you?
She's got to be. I'm about to turn 38, so she's got to be 45, 46, something around that. I'm sure.
Okay. Wow, so you guys
Is
are
that
really
right?
close.
Something like that.
Yeah, all the kids seem to be.
Yeah.
Yeah. 2 brothers, 2 sisters.
Mm. Are any of them artists?
We're all influenced by the arts, and my oldest brother was into comic books growing up, so that's why I got that influence, that I thought I would be a comic book illustrator. Like, I didn't even really like comic books necessarily, I just liked drawing. So I always liked drawing growing up. I always wanted to be an artist, as a professional artist as my career. That was like all I ever wanted to be, nothing ever else. And that was like, no one in my family pursued that as in a professional way, but I got the opportunity to, because I guess I took it. Like, I went to the city and went to art school, and then I moved to the city and just kind of became like a curious person, and that's all informed my art today. But
You're a curious person.
yeah, Curious Gorge. I think that's my nickname actually.
Gorge.
Gorge,
Curious and
gorge on curiosity.
I'm gorge on curiosity. With the yellow man and the yellow hat.
That's right. We are super close to a point where I could call it a stopping point, but I feel like we're so early in the episode. So I started this painting differently than I've started any other ones. I usually start on a white canvas. On this one, I toned the canvas to this sort of like pink color, like this, like a whatever, salmon-ish color. And that's done a lot of the work for me.
Wow.
You know, that fills in so much of the space, that you're not just focused on covering every area of white. It's already got some texture to the canvas when you start this way. Paintings tend to go a lot quicker in some ways. So I haven't done that before on an episode, and it's like, it's paying off. And I'm also not sure what to do with all this time, because I don't want to ruin the painting, but I also don't want to leave an unfinished painting.
Mm-hmm.
We jam-packed our talking, I feel like.
I mean, we're talkers.
Yeah, we're grooving, and we're moving and grooving.
We did all the things, and we know each other so much better.
From a stranger to a not stranger.
Yeah. Destroy strangers. So I've always, whenever I've gone out in public, destroy them.
Destroy.
The
So
concept of them or the actual stranger?
The concept of them, I think, is like, you're no longer strangers. That is two strangers. Two strangers down.
No longer.
Taken out. Two less strangers in this world.
Oh, yeah. Mission accomplished.
Get them out
One
of here.
stranger made a bosom buddy.
Do you have fire? And do you have a?
I have the
what's it
illusion
called?
of fire. It's a
Did the
it's a
place come with
faux
the wood?
fireplace. It's a faux fireplace, but it had the wood when I moved in.
That's
Oh.
really
I just
nice.
really like the way it looks.
Yeah, it looks really nice.
This time I chose to put a cool white light on it.
Cool.
It's a nice sort of contrast in the image that like I'm just kind of playing with, and I'm like, I guess something that I'm finding is that if I wanted to spend this last time doing stuff, I could like stylize the painting and just like focus on atmosphere, and that's actually what's going to make a good painting. So that's new lesson here. This was a very fucking good lesson for me.
Nice.
I can be looser. I can not just focus on, okay, am I getting this all in time? Now I can complete the figures to the level that I was before,
Gotta tone it.
but I can give a little bit more context to the environment. That's pretty cool.
Sounds like a breakthrough, folks.
Yeah,
That's what we call a capital B breakthrough.
Who would have thunk? That's
Do you like lizards?
I had a bearded dragon
Ah, cool.
when I was 21. It didn't live until I was 22.
What happened?
Why?
I think that he got sick due to a lot of issues, but probably partially one was neglect. I don't think that I was a good pet owner at the ripe age of 21 years old, moving from the suburbs to Chicago. Yeah.
Oh, he moved with you?
Yes.
Oh, that's a big transition for him.
His name was Lucius.
Oh, nice.
He's a good, cool bearded dragon.
That's cool. Ulysses?
Lucius.
Lucius.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Lucius.
And then I feel like I look like a lizard a lot of the time.
Oh, you're not wrong.
See what I'm talking about?
You're really not wrong. Do you see that? That's a good thing.
Now that you mention it.
That's a good thing. I love a big lizard.
I'll take a lizard.
I love red lamps.
Lizard's better than a...
Red lamps?
Yes. I am obsessed with red lamps.
Uh,
So, I feel like a part of me is a lizard myself.
There you go.
Yeah. I feel like we
Do
all
you
have
like
a
being
lizard.
warm?
so,
I love it.
This-
I love
this
it.
sounds like an admission by a shape-shifting lizard person.
Admission?
You're
am I
admitting that you're a shape-shifting lizard person.
You got it in
Maybe.
a corner.
Thought I was a mermaid.
Well,
Mermaid or shape-shifting lizard? Or both?
Maybe I'm both.
Endlessly surprising.
well, shape-shifting really gives you a lot of leeway. I
Adapt
think
or die.
I do love lizards still. I think living in LA was cool to see them sort of running around the backyard and
Iguanas
stuff like
and
that.
whatnot.
Yeah,
Or just
have you ever
just
seen
the
them
little
run?
ones.
Lizards running, yeah.
Yeah, they're
So cool. They paddle it off.
yeah.
It's so sick. You see those lizards that can run on water because they go so fast?
Yeah.
What are those called?
I forget. If that was a pop quiz, I failed.
Well, I mean, what's not a pop quiz in life?
No, I know.
When
I
you're on
feel
ca-
the
when you're on
constant,
camera.
the constant pop quiz, and I'm always on camera.
Yeah?
No, I was just kidding.
Okay. I mean, I wouldn't. I was ready to believe you.
When I was a kid, I always thought I was on camera for some reason. I was like ready for it.
That makes sense. I feel like I went through some phase of that where I always felt like I was being perceived. At least.
Yeah, it's like a psychological thing.
Oh, of being surveyed a lot.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Especially like going through thinking the world just is about you.
Yeah.
Kind of like
Before you develop a deeper consciousness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that time.
Being the main character. Being the goddamn
Yeah.
We should be the main character again.
Yeah.
Let's rise up as main character.
It was a cool little soundbite that I got from episode 5 of this show with, I guess, and dear friend Theo.
Theo.
About main characters. I'll have to show you that.
Yeah,
later.
I'm into main characters. Main characters only.
What am I gonna do here? I will. Oh my god, there's so much more time. This is miraculous. Like, this is so good, this discovery. I really just gave myself like an extra 30 minutes of painting on the show by just simply toning the canvas before I started it.
Wow, yeah.
That's
boom.
insane.
Makes sense though.
That's ridiculous.
It makes a lot of sense.
How
when you
much
think
you're
about it.
chasing around the empty white space, and you're just like, hey, I can't leave any. That's crazy, because this way you can leave spots, and it's like it still really like helps with the ambience of the image.
Damn, life hack.
Magic stuff. I already knew this. I do it in my larger paintings, like all around the room.
Yeah,
I
but
already
it just
do it in
needed
every
to...
painting. But like, I haven't been doing it on this show, so that's a cool hack.
Yeah, an outcome.
Makes me less of a hack. This hack.
That is so relaxing.
I know.
Seriously, lulling me into another land.
It's like the one instrument too you don't feel annoying playing for too long. You know, like if you
Keep
play an
it
instrument, you're like
The
I was
harmonica
like-
or some shit. Like, shut the fuck
If
up.
that was what you were feeling.
Bob Dylan over here.
Oh, you really like Chicago.
Oh my god. No, it just blends right in, real nice.
Mm-hmm.
Peaceful.
Gives you something to do with my thumbs.
Yeah, I'm playing with my bracelet. We're both like stimming.
Yeah.
Look at this.
Fully.
This is great. I've really done it. I think we've all figured out some great things on this episode.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna start including fidget spinners on the table.
Yes.
Yeah, it's actually important because when I heard 2 hours of sitting and talking, I was like, "Oh
Yeah,
shit!"
same.
I don't think I've ever done that in my life
Everyone
successfully.
feels that way.
Like, I could sit
Until
still
they're
and not
here,
talk,
and then
but-
everyone's like, "Oh."
But I
it's
still
something
need. I'm
like
still bouncing my leg and playing with this. That's the only thing keeping me here.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm fully needing to stimulate
Not
myself.
us. Okay.
Yeah.
What about-
Whatever.
What about kindness, human connection?
Yeah, that'll
Our
get
conversation.
even if I'm fucking in love, it's gonna. I still need to stim on the side.
Fine, fair enough, fair enough.
You gotta provide for us.
I will. I gave you grapes and cashews and chocolate.
But
What
then you
more do
told me
want?
not to make chewing noises. And I got in my head about it.
But then we did the ASMR.
Yeah, so we kind of broke down
Nice
that
callback
barrier.
at the, you know.
Does that need to come back? Do we need some more?
Is there a pronunciation for that? ASMR? That's from something, isn't it?
Aspar?
I think it's just ASMR, dude.
ASMR. Is that from Lord of the
ASMR.
Flies?
Maybe. Asmar. They put.
Maybe where you had asthma?
Oh.
And you fired him for that or something? Sucks to your asthma. I think it was Lord of the Flies.
Sucks to your ass.
Yep.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
That's ringing a bell.
Yeah. So
My
that's-
bell's ring wrong.
I think I'm going to the bathroom again. Do you want more?
Oh, sure, yeah. If you don't mind.
Yep.
You can kindly.
Do you need any more?
No, I'm good. Thank you.
I'll go to the bathroom first.
You know what that means? Somebody loses their close up. Check this out. Ever seen one of these?
Show it to me.
Guests? Or, well, not guests. Ever seen one of these viewers? That here. It's a stingray.
I fly like a butterfly and I sting like a bee. I'm honestly really hyped to see this painting
Good.
and your new hack.
It's given me. It just really is giving me a lot of ability to open up.
I love to hear that.
Not emotionally or anything. Not even close.
No, open up. Not even close. Not even close. Locked. Throw away the key.
Yeah. I'm a professional, gosh darn it.
Professionalism equals no emotionalism. Brute entrepreneurialism.
Yeah.
That's it. That's the only thing I value.
Just keep it together.
Keep it rock hard. Keep it together.
Figure it out already.
Man of Steel, no tears.
Nobody's gonna figure shit out for you.
Pull your own boots up by your own bootstraps. Am I right?
Yeah.
I don't know if they're missing it.
Think so.
My boots
That's
don't
really
have
good.
straps.
Yeah.
So,
Should we cheers
yeah, nice.
on camera?
What do we cheers to?
The freaking weekend.
What about this guy?
This guy here.
Cheers to the
The good life.
to the good life. Mm-hmm.
The good. Viva Las Vegas.
Yeah. I've never been to Las Vegas.
Never?
No.
I've been to Las Vegas one
What'd you
time.
think? Did you
Have
like the neon
Yeah.
lights?
You have?
I have.
What'd you
What was
think
your
about the
experience
view?
like?
My experience?
Yeah.
I played blackjack. I
Did
got
you
3
win?
aces. Had no idea what the fuck to do with it. Did not have the money to like split them all. Somebody gave me. To, like I was just feeling it out the entire time. But I found out afterwards.
Feeling out
people
Las Vegas.
who just feel it out is a very common annoyance to most serious players.
No one's kind to the learning curve. No one is kind to someone trying to learn the trade.
Definitely not.
No one's kind to the beginner.
Yeah. True. But I walked away after, I think, I was up after that because I had no idea what I was doing. I was like, this is... But you feel that rush. You're like, this is why. You walk up to a table and just, like, put everything down because you just, like, that chance. Like, I was, like, vibing. Like, what's the word? Like, just on a high. Adrenaline. After that. It was adrenaline. You're just like, I could have just lost it all and I walked away with more. And, like, it makes you want to play with what you won. And so I'm like, this is why it becomes a problem.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, I've never gambled.
Yeah, it's addicting. For sure.
That makes sense. It's like the same random intermittent reward is what gets us. Like same with social media, you're scrolling, it's a ludic loop, and then every once in a while you see something that lights your brain up, and that's
and that's what you're waiting for the next time you go on.
And you see dumb shit. Ooh, dumb shit.
Yeah. Ooh. Yeah. Totally. As the algorithm is like.
I do these paintings of poker games. So these guys come together and they're all these like finance TV anchors, and I paint their poker game while they play for the night.
That's really cool.
So one of them typically buys it by the end of the night. In the past, then we set up a new formula where like I guarantee a sale by everyone puts into the pot, and then the biggest winner gets the painting, and then I get to sell it. So that's fun. It's fun, but getting to see that and that environment, that's the closest I've really been to the gambling experience.
To God.
Yeah, and to God. To God. Yeah.
Oh, I just kicked the mic.
That's good. We needed a wake-up call. But I think, yeah, God is God is in the cards.
Ooh.
You know?
It's like the chills that you get from
what?
God's in the cards.
The chills that you get from you trail off.
And another tangent of God being in the cards. Should we go down that road? Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it.
So I've been collecting playing cards that I found over the years in my life, and I almost have a full deck.
Street?
Yeah.
That's
Me
so
too.
cool.
I like that.
I've been collecting them for, I don't know, 15 years, and I've almost got a deck, but I've got rules that if I find more than 4 cards, it's not a significant event, and I pick up none.
That's valid, I get that.
Yeah.
I like that.
Because that's like a hand in a game. And if it's more than that, then it's like, I'm not really, I just found somebody who threw out a deck of cards.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I'm cheating.
Yeah.
Wow, I love that.
So I've had that.
Discipline.
Yeah.
You're disciplined. You got rules. Self-imposed
Some would
rules.
call me a sucker.
No gods, no masters, just my own rules.
Some people might call that being a sucker. A glutton for punishment. Because now I might take this to last my entire life, where I could have already completed that deck 10 years ago.
Wow.
And I have them all, and they're in a little lunchbox on that shelf behind you.
Whoa.
It's a Monsters Incorporated lunchbox.
Okay.
Oh, I love that film.
And here's the fun part of this story: that in high school, I came up with a religion, something of a cult, called the Red Star Religion. And it was based purely on blind faith. So someone had a Monsters Incorporated little tin lunchbox that they gave me. And they said, here, you can have this. There's a little red star sticker in it. And I was like, I believe you. And I didn't open it for like 10 years. And I just kept it. And I just believed there was a red star in it. And that was my relationship.
For 10 years.
And then you opened it, please.
Yeah, and I did open it. And I listened to Radiohead and I cried in that moment.
There was no red star.
There was a red star.
Even more beautiful.
So, that's the box that I keep the cards that I find in.
Wow.
That's really cool.
So that's the blind faith, the exercise of blind faith. Faith in humanity. I trust you. I believe that there's a red star in the box
I don't
because
need
you
to
told
check.
me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe you. It was like a fun exercise.
That's so cool. 10 fucking years.
Yeah.
Discipline, my guy.
Is it there?
Yeah, I
There
see
it is, on top of the win, lose, or draw game. Can we look at it?
Yes, please.
Did I keep the red star?
I would be
Do
really
you
fucked up if
believe?
you
Do you believe in the red star,
June.
or do you not believe in the red star?
Did you keep
Blind
the red star?
faith,
We
it's-
believe that you
it's
kept it.
It's
Do you-
with
do you
blind
believe
faith
there's a
that
red
I
star?
believe.
Do you believe there's
It's
a red
with
star?
blind faith that I believe that there's a red star in here.
Because I believe?
No, because I believe.
Not anymore.
Porn. Right away, there's porn. Right away. I don't know if this is the kind of
Wow.
237 6. You're fucked up for that. I'm going to HR. I'll be talking to HR about this. You're almost done with your kings. Some of these are really cool. Joker. Look at that Joker.
They're great. They're all different on
Wow.
the backs, too.
Very cool. Look at this little king.
Oh,
Mhm.
you're not kidding. You really.
Yeah.
You really.
Where's the goddamn red star? There's a nice stone in here, I can't lie. Red star.
There is a red star. I thought it was gonna be bigger.
Do you, viewers and audience, do you believe there's a red star in here?
Do you believe in the red star?
With blind faith,
Do you believe in the red star?
That's so cute.
That is cool.
Damn, that's really cool. Here, you want to look through it?
Yeah, sure.
What was it? Lucky was the song I listened to by Radiohead. When I
Oh,
opened
nice.
it and I cried.
Dude.
It might not have been 10 years. I think it was like 8.
That's impressive as fuck. 8 months would have been mind-blowingly impressive.
Yeah,
so
for
you're
real.
kind of out of the ballpark.
I can't believe you found this many.
Let me go to the bathroom.
I was attracting them somehow. It was cool.
Manifestation.
Yeah, I mean, when you do that, it's similar to mansplaining.
That is interesting actually, because I found like a bunch of cards, but I didn't have the foresight to be like, I've collected them, but not like together. Like I'll find them every so often and things that I still need to organize. But I always wonder like why somebody was just walking around with the deck and it just like happened to drop like one of the cards from the deck. Like I don't know.
Yeah, these are, I can't even believe when I find, sometimes it's a very significant moment when I'm like, I'm just going to go for a walk.
Mm-hmm.
And I go in a walk and I'm like, no, I'm not going to take that route. I'm going to take this route.
Mm-hmm.
And then I find a card.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, sometimes it's those significant moments. Sometimes it's like, the jokers have shown up in funny times. One of my friends who's a clown, by profession at one point, I guess, by lifestyle at the current one. He lives in Prescott, Arizona. Jacob Devaney. If you watch this, he's the best. But he was in San Francisco visiting one time. We were both in town, and I found a Joker card right outside the house I was staying in. Just one.
Mm-hmm. Just one.
Yeah. Well, he was in town also, and he's a clown professionally, so it was a good joke. It was a good moment.
Yeah. Yeah. How does that? The life of a
This is what I'm talking
Card
about.
within a deck.
This is this God that I'm talking about.
this
This
guy.
is my relationship with this thing that I've been told to fear.
Mm-hmm.
It's just gratitude at this point. I don't know what it is.
I think this should go up here.
Should I bring back the hand drums?
What? The red star goes up there. Good placement. That'll stay there for the whole season.
Yeah.
I'm sure it'll move. It'll come up again in conversation.
Season 1.
Monsters Incorporated. That's right, folks. I said folks, unironically.
With an X.
God, I said it. Ah. That is not
Do better.
a fan of that word.
I think of Bugs Bunny.
When you hear folks, that's all
Yeah.
folks.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a better association.
That's way better.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thank you for that,
Yeah.
actually.
You're welcome.
that helps a lot.
I don't even
Life
know your
changer.
guys' association. I don't know if I want to know. Wait. I'm
Could
naive most
could
of the
be
time.
Southerners.
Oh.
Mine is like PC people.
It is that. That's been co-opted, but it belongs
Mhm.
to the Southerners.
Mm-hmm. How do you do, folks?
Uh-huh.
Y'all folks going down the river?
And now we hear, like, ridiculously highly educated politicians using it like they're from the South. As though it's, like, common nomenclature. Like, they've co-opted it. It's uncomfortable for me. Because it's a false accusation of, like, camaraderie.
Mm-hmm.
I see, folks.
Like,
yeah, it brings
it's
you
just
to like a...
we're the same.
All right, folks, we're all
It's
like
so false.
gathered here today, folks, to, our shared agenda, folks.
Yeah, because I've got a deeply rooted,
Hatred for...
what do you call that? Neurosis.
Folks, I got a deep-rooted neurosis, folks. That's it, folks.
Folks, I got a deep-seated neurosis.
And that's that on that.
Okay.
Okay, be honest.
Tell us how you really feel.
About time. Open up a
Let's
little.
call this one, huh?
Calling it?
Yeah, I'm getting a little ornate, and I'm just losing some stuff.
So, when you get ornate, all the folks get a little...
They get a little
Disgruntled.
They get bothered. Yeah.
Yeah.
Worry about those
With me
folks
being
and
folks.
Yeah. Ray, have I been misgendering you this whole time I've known you?
I'm she or they.
Okay.
Yeah. What have you been saying?
Never talked about it ever.
I've never heard you call me anything.
I haven't. To your face.
Oh, you're good.
No, I know. I've heard other people use both.
Yeah, exactly.
Good.
Boom. It makes me most comfortable when you intersperse both without making it like that's the best you can make me feel. Some people have a hard time switching from she or they.
Never come up.
I know, I don't really care.
Uh-huh.
Like, yeah, I can't control how I'm perceived. That's my hot take with gender.
Mm-hmm.
I can't control it, and
That's healthy.
you know, yeah, I'm not getting upset. I understand people's intentions, and I understand my duty to express what I want and what I need.
Mm-hmm.
As long as I feel like you see me as a person, I'm not very upset.
I see you as champ.
Do you hear that? I'm his champ.
All right. On that note,
All right.
note, why don't we take each other's seats, or stances,
So you come. What do you mean?
and you can look at the painting.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay. So this is what took place under extreme duress.
Shit. Whoa, cool!
Okay.
Holy
It's
shit! The detail. You really snapped.
There's quite a glare there, isn't there? Not on camera though, fortunately.
That is cool.
Wow.
It's just this.
You got my posture so well.
Mhm.
Yeah. And
Wow, this
Scully.
is sick.
Scully looks great.
Scully shows up in just about every painting.
Where are the cashews?
Where are the cashews?
Get out of here.
Opa!
That looks great.
It looks so good.
Damn. All in a night's work.
Mhm.
Before morning's work.
I like the hat.
What do you think? How does it feel?
The books?
How does this feel?
Mhm.
You really captured the moment.
You look so thoughtful.
You too, actually.
Yeah.
I think
Wow, you really, really captured the essences of our personas.
You're probably very used to seeing like super masterful renditions of you. So the style of how loose this is, I don't think you've seen yet.
Gestures.
From these episodes, probably.
I've seen your episodes and I've seen
cool.
them.
Me too.
And I've seen like, oh,
The spectrum,
yeah.
of course.
So
Yeah, I've been
very
there.
loose and very like.
I've seen
I like
very
the
little
looser-
spectrum of myself.
Yeah. I feel like anything that's really specific has always been like, you know, been a little bit like. The reason that I got into art modeling to begin with was just to help like. Actually, now I haven't thought about this in a while, but once people started to get like specifics, it became harder to model because that's not why I wanted to be like doing modeling. Like I didn't want to like sit for a picture that looked exactly like me. You know what I mean? Like it was all like you're doing like the mood. Or just like influencing the process.
There's a story that's the overarching thing, I think.
Yeah.
But likeness is important to some degree in these. I mean, it's
I think you captured me in a startlingly accurate
Yeah,
way.
I don't feel insecure about it. I sound insecure though.
No, you don't.
It's gotta be hard to get a real-time reaction.
Yeah.
No, most people just like spit on it. Believe it or not, it's just this visceral reaction people have. Some throw up.
Having themselves like blurred in their eyes. Yeah. I think you captured my essence in a way that almost makes me uncomfortable. How good, like how much you got it.
Well, okay.
In a good way. That's a compliment, weirdly.
Yeah, I'll take that.
To capture an essence is very, very, very impressive to me.
I've seen the commercials of the shampoo. People seem to really enjoy that shampoo.
Essence. Herbal essences. Herbal escapes. Etc.
So get out there and do your darndest or don't.
All right.